Good morning everybody and welcome to the Peak District. Now I've come to Mam Tor. Now I came here this morning hoping for a really spectacular sunrise because it said it was going to be sunny this morning, but I've arrived here and everything is clouded in fog. So I've come down from the top of the ridgeline where Mam Tor is because it was really busy this morning. There was loads of people there, so there's no chance of filming. But I've come down to what I believe is the Great Ridgeline, and this ridgeline leads along the rest of the ridgeline, so I'm hoping that the sun is going to break through, burn the top of the fog off and just highlight the peaks, Peak District peaks, and then hopefully I'll get a really nice image. Now I've already set my camera up, I've got a nice composition looking down at some rocks that are covered in a little bit of frost that then lead down to the path and then lead down along the ridgeline. So I'm just going to be really patient and hope and pray that the sun comes through and burns out the fog. So fingers crossed we will get some of the sunrise, but it is already, I think it's about 8:30, so no, it's 7:30 I think. What time is it? Now it's 8:05, so the sun rose around about 7:34, so as we can see it's still foggy, but like I said, I've got my camera set up and I'll go over and show you what I've got now. Now as you can see, I have my camera set up looking down at these rocks here that are covered in ice then and leads out to the ridge line where the gate is, and it should follow around to the right hand side. So I'm hoping for this sun to break through the clouds and hopefully burn off the top section, leaving the fog in the bottom and then highlighting the peak with nice golden light. But I'm not overly optimistic that I'll get that light because it's already past sunrise, so those nice orangey golden colours that you get first thing in the morning might have already passed. But I have to remain optimistic and I have to be patient, so I'll stand here, it's not too cold, and I'll wait, and then fingers crossed we might get something. Now obviously this image didn't work out the way I was hoping. There was no light breaking through the fog, but there was a man walking off into the distance, and I captured this image and it had that mysterious vibe, so it wasn't that bad, but it was definitely not what I was hoping for. Well, it's absolutely typical. I've been sat waiting for about half an hour and the fog is still here. In fact, it's actually got foggier, so I don't know what to do, whether or not to just abort mission or just wait a little bit longer. I've just checked the weather forecast and it does seem to be sticking around for another hour or so. So, as again with this channel, it hasn't gone according to plan, which seems to be a recurring theme on every single video I do. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. But it's still a really beautiful place. It's just a shame it's covered in fog. So. But I'll stay a little bit longer, maybe another 15-20 minutes, and then, you know, maybe we'll get an opportunity with some light coming through. But if not, I'll just walk along the ridge line and see if there's any other opportunities. Maybe I can do some minimalistic black and white photography. So I'll walk along the ridge line shortly after this and see if there's any other opportunities. So yeah, stick with me and fingers crossed we might get some images today. So just as I was walking down the ridge line, finally the light has cleared and burnt through a bit of the fog. So I've just quickly set my camera up, and as you can see it's already rapidly changing, but I managed to get an image of the path leading down and up to the top there with a little bit of fog on the top of it to give it that little mysterious vibe. Now I'm not too disappointed with this image, but it just feels like it's lacking a subject. Obviously it's got a nice leading line with the path down to the end with the hill at the top and a bit of mist, but it really does feel like it's missing that subject. So it's really typical. I was in the lowest section over there, and just as I was there, obviously the sun broke through and then just burned away a bit of the mist, but I wasn't in the best spot. So now I'm coming up the top end of this section, and as you can see, Mam Tor has just been revealed out of the fog. So I'm frantically trying to find a composition, so I found something with this wall leading down. I'm going to try and take this image and hopefully it'll be okay, but it's quite rushed. Now I took a few images so that I could focus stack these so I'd get really good sharpness front to back, and I also underexposed the sky so I could really bring out that mood and darkness in the cloud and the fog above Mam Tor, and I was left with quite a moody image that I'm quite happy with actually. Well, that was a manic few minutes. I managed to get a couple of images. I'm not sure how they'll turn out, so I'll flash them up in a second. But now the conditions have changed again and the fog's rolled straight back in. So manic, yes, definitely, but at least an opportunity arose and I was able to get a few images. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry on along the path and just see if any more photographic opportunities arise. But I'll flash images up now and yeah, we'll see what they look like. With the conditions changing so much, it was quite difficult to find a composition that worked, but I was really happy with this image. It just represented exactly how I felt at that moment, ever changing and trying to keep up with the conditions. The second image I'm quite happy with. It's quite dark and moody, and then I swapped to go to black and white, and the last two images I'm quite happy with, but the final image I switched to the other side of the valley and it felt like waves on top of the land, and I was really happy with this. Now as the morning progressed, eventually the fog lifted and the sun did break through. But by this time it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock, and the light had become extremely flat. So I continued on my merry way, headed down into Castleton and grabbed some early lunch and a coffee. After that I headed into the valley known as Cave Dale. It's a dry limestone valley which is really picturesque, but there was no photographic opportunities because the light wasn't good enough. So I just enjoyed the scenery and continued on my way on the loop, taking in the scenes and just having a really good time in the Peak District. Sometimes it's not about taking photos, sometimes it's just about exploring and being out in nature. Well, I've just finished my 16k loop of Mam Tor, the Great Ridge Line, and Castleton, which is a fantastic little town nestled down at the bottom, and there's some fantastic looking pubs, so I'll certainly be coming back here. It's been a bit of a mixed day really, because this morning I was hoping for a sunrise and hoping for some really nice shots leading down the ridge line, but unfortunately, like you saw, it was just thick with fog. But I'm not that disappointed because I still got out to a place that I've not been to, and I still think I may have come away with a couple of images that I might be able to use. I've already flashed them up. I have no idea how they look. I can only look at the back of my screen, so fingers crossed there were a couple of images that were at least worthy, of taking. And overall, it's been a great day because I've been able to location scout in an area that I've not been to. Like I said in the previous video, the Peak District is somewhere that I just really haven't come to. So I am pretty happy that I've come out here. And yeah, there's a lot more photographic opportunities and adventure to be had in the Peak District, so I shall be visiting a lot more. I definitely give it the thumbs up, so I highly recommend that you get out here, come to this ridgeline, Mam Tor, fantastic place, and also Castleton, get yourself down there. It looks like there's a couple of great cafes and some good pubs, so I'll definitely be coming back. So I just want to say a big thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the content. I really appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting as well. And if there is anything that you want me to do, comment below and let me know. Comment below and let me know. And yeah, so if you do enjoy the content, hit the thumbs up. It does help the channel grow. It gets it out there for more people to see. And if you do want to see more of my adventures, more of my mishaps and ramblings, then hit the subscribe button and you shall see a new video hopefully every week. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. Enjoy your evenings, mornings, breakfasts, dinners, lunches, beers, coffees, whatever you're up to, and I shall catch you on the next one. Adios.